Hello, and welcome to this version of our webinar training for an introduction to CareerLocker for middle school. This is Amy Rivera, your CareerLocker training representative. Let's get started. Let's see here, let me get to the CareerLocker page. This page that you see in front of you is the professional homepage. This is what you should be seeing when you first log into CareerLocker. Just remember that your students should not be seeing this page when they log in, and that's why there are two different registration codes, one for professionals and one for students. To get to the middle school version of CareerLocker, we're going to click on this middle school link at the top right-hand corner. This is the page that your middle school students see when they first log into CareerLocker. This is the student homepage, and you see here, this check it out. CareerLocker remembers what I looked at the last time I visited. I looked at accountants, so it's suggesting these other three occupations. It's also available in Espanol if you have students who want to bring CareerLocker home to work with their Spanish-speaking families. They just need to click on this Espanol button, or English to switch it back. Here we have Captain Career. I do write the Captain Career game every week to help encourage the students to think about occupations or schools that they never heard of before. And so every week students can enter themselves into the drawing to win a $10 gift card to Subway, and I send that out as well. Right now we have 804 people logged into CareerLocker. This video is for you. This is a section to help introduce non-traditional occupations. So I'm logged in as a female, and so these three occupations are heavily represented by males, and so in order to encourage non-traditional occupations for women in men-dominated fields, we have these three videos for students to watch to learn about these occupations. Hot jobs, these are jobs that have positions that are expected to increase by at least 27% in the next 10 years. And then what's cool, the most visited occupations in the last 2 weeks. Now these are the students doing, looking at these items: video game designers, veterinarians, athletes, anesthesiologists. This is just a snapshot at the time I'm doing this webinar, what students are looking at. So video game designers and professional athletes, those are pretty much the two that are on this list at all times. I've been working with CareerLocker for over 6 years, and professional athletes has been on this list every single time I've looked at it. All right, so we have the information in the top. If you're starting fresh with a student, I recommend that you start taking an assessment, which will then recommend occupations, and then they can check out the educational options under Explore More. And then planning, the planning tools are some extra features that are available for your students, along with the ePortfolio. Now, I want to keep my webinars short, so I do offer another separate webinar that focuses specifically on assessments in middle school as well as occupations. But as of right now, the assessments are listed under assessments. We here at CareerLocker do believe in the career development theories that people are most happy in occupations that match their interests. So our major inventories and assessments are interest inventories. We have a list of more assessments and tools. And then we have this nice parent and educator guide document for parents and teachers. Under occupations, students can browse occupations. They can also browse career clusters and compare occupations, or they can find occupations related to interests, majors and degrees, Wisconsin labor market data for those that are in Wisconsin. If you're not in Wisconsin, you should be able to look at the national labor market data. And then students can also browse healthcare occupations military occupations, and then information on adult apprenticeships. Explore More has the information for education, job seeking, and budgeting. So here your middle school students have the ability to browse colleges and schools and to also browse majors and degrees. Or they can take a look at the job seeking tools. We have the Resume Maker, the Cover Letter Writer, and the two items, the resume and the job interview. These are two online tools that students can watch videos, play around and take quizzes to learn about different types of resumes, and then to learn about the appropriate ways to prepare, plan, behave, and follow up for job interviews. I do again offer a separate webinar focusing on the education and job seeking. That webinar is found under high school education and high school job seeking. Planning, we have the Career Planning 123. This is a nice tool for the younger kids, the middle school students. If we take a look at Career Planning 123, they rate the aspects of work that are most important to them, and then they see jobs that suit them and pick their favorite jobs, and then they check out education and training that they think they'll need. The activity book that you see on the screen is only for Wisconsin schools that have purchased the CareerLocker curriculum. The curriculum is only available to Wisconsin schools. So if you do not see this activity book on your screen, don't worry. It just means that you haven't purchased the curriculum. And then the ILP portfolio. I do again offer a separate webinar focusing on the ILP portfolio, but I wanted to give you just a little bit of an introduction. Everything that a student does in CareerLocker, all of the assessments that they take, all of the occupations that they save as their favorites, are all saved in their e-portfolio. So I like to say the e-portfolio is a storage house of information where students can attach items. They can attach documents or photos or JPEGs or audio files, and then they can actually share their e-portfolio out by clicking on the share button. To get back to the home page, the student home page, we're just always going to click on this CareerLocker logo, and that takes us back to the home page. So now you know CareerLocker offers assessments, and they help recommend occupations based on a student's interests. And then the student can research that occupation by, so for example, researching, let's say I'm going to research accountants. I have the ability to, well, for middle school students, they're logging in under this low detail, just a little bit lower reading level. They can research job information, the education path, the outlook. The outlook is what their chances are at finding a job in. Here, if you're in Wisconsin, they will see the Wisconsin outlook, but if you're not in Wisconsin, you will see the national outlook. And then salary ranges, employers, job openings, a day in the life. Some occupations do have videos, some don't. They can save occupations as their favorites, and they're saved in the e-portfolio, and they can compare occupations. So that was occupations. What I'm going to do now is wrap up this webinar, wrap up this introduction to CareerLocker, and invite you to watch any of the other follow-up webinars focusing on specific tools within the website. So that was a brief introduction to CareerLocker. If you're a professional, to get back to the professional site, you just click on this professional site link, and it takes you back to the professional homepage. Thanks for attending. This is Amy, over and out. If you have questions, send me an email, arivera3@wisc.edu. That's A-R-I-V as in Victor, E-R-A 3@WIS as in Sam, C.edu. Thanks so much, over and out.